So we stopped while creating a service PO. We will continue one more. See, I have supplier now, but I mean, where we can send the PO, I mean, the PO to the supplier network, but there are no login credentials for the supplier. Okay. We will see without going there. I mean, everything we will do within this portal. I mean, whatever we are doing, it is same procedure. Supplier will also follow. I mean, the service sheet or invoice creation, everything, same thing they will also follow. So I will show here how it goes. Let me create one sample. I have two suppliers. Whenever you want to practice for suppliers, you can use them. I'm creating a test material. I will still try to get before our course ends. I will still try to get the business network logins. Otherwise, I mean, it is all same. Okay. So this supplier has direct paper if you use. This supplier has business network enablement. This is demo site. They have given access to only few suppliers. This and Indus Consulting is there. Okay. I'm selecting this and edit details to click on OK and submit. View requisition. It automatically got ordered. We were doing mark order, right? If the supplier has network account, okay, see this order PO2621 was successfully sent via Ariba network to this supplier. Okay, to send this supplier network, we have to enable for this supplier. If we go here, supplier, okay, direct supplier, this one we are doing. In the partition supplier, okay, this prefer ordering method should be set either to email or electronic ordering. Otherwise, it will not transmit to Ariba network. Okay, if it is a fax or other than email or electronic ordering, then this, I mean, when we are sending a PO to the supplier, this will not go. See, sometimes the supplier is set in Ariba network, but when you are trying to send the PO, it will give you error. Then you have to come and check what is the preferred ordering method here. It should be either email or electronic ordering method. Then you can edit this supplier and change it accordingly. Okay, if you come here, okay, I will show it for other supplier. I don't want to disturb this supplier. So when I edit this direct, see so many they have created. That's why login is very difficult to Ariba network. See, when we click on this edit and again go to supplier location, edit, here the preferred ordering method should be select to either email or electronic ordering. Printing or fax should be manually sent. Or if we select fax, a PO copy will go to their fax. If we select printing, we have to manually download the PO and send it to supplier. Okay. And then we have created order now, recent. This is the PR we have created. If you see, there is a print option. Okay. And it is better to go to PO print. Okay. If you see, there is a print option. Okay. If you click on print, okay, and save as PDF, okay, file name you can select, okay, maybe PO2621, okay, it is downloaded, okay, it downloaded as a PDF. So this copy we can send it to the supplier. This is a PO copy, okay. Manually, if you have to download, I mean, it will have all the terms and conditions, okay, and it has this description and everything, and the shipping address, bill to address, payment terms, everything it will have, okay. So yeah.
Can we customize this document?
Yes, yes. You can customize. You can ask to customize this. I mean, you have to raise the ticket and ask the change these terms and conditions in the backend. You can only change these terms and conditions. Okay. And for example, in some time, okay, if you are putting any comments here, add comment. Okay. This is an urgent PO request for early delivery. Okay. If you are putting this comment, okay, and this is option. Yeah, there is option, but here it is not showing. Maybe in the PR we can set that. PR, add comment or change the. This we can enable to make it as visible to supplier or not. Visible to supplier, I mean, there should be a checkbox. 1 minute. When I click on change, okay, it should come here, but it is not coming. Actually, there should be a checkbox. I mean, when we click on the checkbox visible to supplier in the PO print page, under these comments, all those things will come. Whatever comments we have put in the PO copy, also those comments will come. If you don't say not visible to supplier, it will not come. Why it is not coming? I'll check. I mean, maybe some condition is there. We have to enable that. Okay. So this is about the PO print.
I mean to say, like, in the document itself, you want to choose now the business is dealing with different entities. Then in that case, like for
No, you.
different organization based on organization, can I
Sorry.
maintain the
Your voice
logos
is
and
not clear. I'm really sorry. Your
so,
voice is not clear. Hello.
so,
Can you repeat that?
like if my business is dealing with multiple entities and based on like different entities, I want logos based on the orgs. Can I maintain the like logos in the document?
Yeah, I
And
mean
these are
one logo we can maintain, but based on entities we cannot maintain. We can maintain one logo. Like this logo you can maintain to come in the PO. This professor.
like we will selecting the org right based on the customizations.
Yeah. Yes. Org levels, no, not org levels. Only entire company level you can make one template. Okay, this.
This format can be changed, like, like I want to have in the tabular format or something like that. Like this accounting fields are there. I don't want to show this
Uh-huh.
accounting details, and line details are there. Some fields I want to show, like I don't want to put discount maybe in that this one.
Yes.
So,
This can be,
so
yes, can be,
yeah, so
yeah,
there can be many things which I want to show, which I don't want to show. So
correct.
that we can do, we can customize this report, right?
Yes. Yeah, this all customization only Ariba can take care. If you raise a ticket, you have to tell the enablement spoke how you want the layout. They will
Mm,
accordingly, they will change it. From our end, this is not there. Backend, I mean, the Ariba's backend is totally Java.
okay.
Okay,
So
yeah.
this is not from our side, we can't change.
No.
Even the fields, like the fields which we want to show, which we don't want to show.
No.
Like the GL,
Only,
especially, like if I see in the report the GL account details are there. This is
mhm.
like usually nobody will like to put GL details in the PO document.
Yeah,
And
correct. Government is orders, yeah, print templates. Here it is there. Template ID. See, for example, this is the template ID created. Edit the layout. See, here there is some option. Okay. You can upload the logo. One logo you can upload. That's it. Okay.
yeah, I can make different templates, right? Like I can make different templates in case of different type of options or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
let's
mean,
assume I am putting the OR code. So we are putting the OR code. So based upon the OR codes, we can
yeah,
add different
you can
templates, right?
see, you can remove this from this, but
Huh.
I don't think you can add anything. Yeah, add fields to header section. Okay. So, preparer, if you want to add, okay, you can select the fields from here. Sorry, 1 minute. Date created, for example, you can add it to the header fields. Yeah, date created. So available fields from the header, you can choose which field you want. I mean, if you already added it, you can remove from the layout. That is possible. A logo, you can upload it from here. Okay. And yeah, that is all. Yeah, here line items also, you have many fields. Okay, whichever you want. For example, if it is start date and end date for any service line, each line, if you want to show start date, add field in the line item section. Similarly, for end date also, you can click add line. It will add to the line item section. Here also, comments, terms and conditions. And some terms and conditions, you have to choose a file and signature also you can put. For example, we don't have any terms and conditions. So if you put it in a Word document, okay, aligned in with correct paragraph and all with bullet points, you can choose that file and upload here. Okay, you can upload a signature, okay, signature of your CU or something to at the end of the template, and you can also configure this logo. Okay, I mean choose the file and upload logo. Currently there is no
Make
logo.
multiple templates and make it conditional based upon
Mm,
something like based upon this field. If some kind of rule that if this field is this, then use this template. If this field is this, use this template. Some kind of rule in using the template.
Rule, I don't think 1 minute. The rules we can make here. Edit attributes. Let me check in edit attributes. Yeah. This is for company code. Okay, there is only one company code. Okay, this is for company code. Yeah, you can make it. Sorry for that. Okay, you can make. For different company codes, you can have different templates. Okay. For example, you can create new again. Okay. You can select the company code. Okay. Maybe this is the company code and purchasing unit. There is only one purchasing unit, I think. And you have a layout and you can, I mean, only from the available options, header fields and item fields. you can add.
We can add
Yeah.
and remove
Yeah.
fields, and
Yeah.
we can change the order. Yeah, I think we can drag. I think we can change order and all also,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You can do that.
And usually what happens, Viraj, that, normally in PRPO, there may be some custom fields. There is a requirement like, we need
Mhm.
to add some custom fields, some kind of information based upon the organization. So is there an option of adding some custom fields, like, some fields which we can add based upon
Yeah, you can add those custom fields.
in template,
In this template you are asking?
in the PR one, because
Yeah.
PO is anyway auto-created.
Yeah, in the PR, if you want to add any custom fields, all customizations, you have to raise a service request. Okay, for example, in our organization, there is a custom field for retention. Okay, for example, you see in S4HANA, if I go to payment processing, yeah, in payment processing, you see there is a retention tab. But in Ariba, this retention concept is not there, which means, I mean, when you are paying a supplier, you will retain some money and pay him. Maybe that you will pay after 3 months, after a quarter or something, after end of the project. From there, three months, you will pay the 10% what you have retained. Okay, this retention, it is not there. But the supplier, I mean, the customer insisted to have that retention tab here. So we in the create requisition, we have asked Ariba to enable this. Okay, this is a live case. Okay, here one more field they will add. Okay, when they add that field, and accordingly it will come in our payloads. Payload, I will show you what I mean by payload. And then we have to sit with our SAP ABAP team. You know ABAP, right? What is ABAP? SAP ABAP team.
Yes.
Okay, we have to, yeah. So we have to sit with our ABAP team and give him what BAPI we are using. Accordingly, BAPI team, the ABAP team will create the logic to send this custom field to S4HANA. Okay, the custom field, see, just by creating a custom field for retention here, this value will not go to S4HANA, right?
There
Okay.
needs to be integration.
Integration, okay. We will create the integration, but that custom logic the ABAP person has to build. Okay, there is a value coming for this retention that should go and sit here in S4HANA. He has to build that logic. We have to give him logic. So we are sending this value for retention in S4HANA. He will create that logic. Okay.
That's good, but we don't have any option of adding, like, mostly applications have some kind of like attributes kind of thing which we can add. Like,
I think in this we have some concept of additional fields. Viraj, can you check that additional fields?
Where in PO print you are saying?
No, just any PO or level, you have some kind of additional fields where user can input the information.
In the data definition, we can we can see all the custom fields here. I mean, if there is any custom field, and not here, I think. Master data default values. No, not this. Wait. Let me go to this and let me click on this.
Like, we have template for all the things, like all the sourcing things. Do we have template for PR also? Like, we don't have a template for PR, right?
No PR, no template for PR. It is as it is. And if you want any custom fields, you can, you have to request SAP only. You have to raise a service request with them. There is a connect.ariba.com. There is a portal called connect.ariba.com. So if you go to this portal, now it is called as SAP Me. Okay. If you go to this portal and log in, and you can raise a service request, you can, if there is any incident, okay, if you tried and you are not able to fix also, you can raise a case. Okay, if it is any customizations also, you can raise a ticket with them. Okay.
What is their usual turnaround time? Like, let's assume I ask for one field, how much time usually they take?
It depends. If you are saying there is very high priority, it is a P1. High priority is P2. Very high priority, they have to respond within 2 days or 3 days. Okay, high priority, maybe 5 days, 6 days they will take. Okay, medium and low, they will not respond for months. Okay, there is only business partner integration for this from December. Let me check if there are integrations. So always business partner integration is only there. Other integrations they have not created. Maybe I have no downstream only.
Hey, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features? Bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
There are no other integrations. Okay, when I go to manage the gateway for spend and network, this is called CIG. Okay, I mean Cloud Integration Gateway. It was earlier named as Cloud Integration Gateway. Now they have changed the name to Managed Gateway for Spend and Network. Okay, if you click on this link, a new tab will open and it will have all these configurations, all the integration configurations you have to do within this. Okay, first it starts with basic data. Okay, this data, see, for example, I will have a separate class. This add-on is coming from S4. Once there is add-on, okay, let me go to my configurations. Okay, when you have to create a new integration project, okay, you have to give what is the project name, which module you are integrating. Okay, then give the connection names. Okay, you say P2P here. Okay, and then next, click on next. Okay, you want to add a new connection, click on new connection. Then say my transport type is HTTPS or add-on. Okay, or S4HANA, then give the environment, whether it is you are linking it with production or test site, and give a name for it. And when you enable this CIG, see, Ariba will give you a P user and user ID and password. Okay, you have to ask them what is the P user ID and password. And this is for the connection setup. Then you also can do some mappings. Okay, this is not done, it will not go further. I will show you when we are talking about, I will show all these configurations, how will we do. Okay, only when we do all the configurations, the PO will go to S4HANA. Now it is not integrated. This is separate system. This is separate system and this is separate system. It is not integrated only. Okay, I can show you what are the settings required for both the ends. Okay, in Ariba, what settings we require. Okay, if I go to SAP, we have to type SPRO. Click on this SAP IMG reference. Okay, if we scroll down, okay, there is always in S4, if add-on is enabled, Ariba add-on, first we have to enable the Ariba add-on, then only this page will appear. Okay, see, whatever we are seeing in Ariba here, manage the gateway for spend and network. Same thing when it is, the add-on is added, Ariba add-on is added in S4. This section will appear. Okay, in this section you have to do some global settings. Okay, these are all settings. When you are taking a new mobile, what settings you have to do. Likewise, for integration, these settings we have to require. For example, after global settings, okay, for example, for master data settings, you have to do all these general settings. Okay, and then for network integration, you have to do this. Okay, for procurement integration, you have to do these settings. You have to go to general settings, configure the transactional data. Similarly, okay, you are doing a sourcing integration with S4HANA. These settings you have to do. Okay, within this, whatever you are seeing integration with other SAP components, under that there is a managed gateway for spend Ariba network. Within this, we have to do. And when we are doing this, there are any custom fields, we have to contact our ABAP team. Okay, they will guide us. In this also, most of them, like, see, global settings, all this, maintaining certificates, RFP, destination, port definition, logical, receiver port, all this basis team has to do. Okay, setting, they have to maintain the certificates. We have to guide them or give them this integration workbook. Okay, checking that they will see. In SAP S1, for everything, there is a guide. If you click on that, it will only give what they have to do. Okay, so if you give them guide what to do, the basis field team will do this global settings. But we also should understand this topic, what we have to do. How to maintain certificates, how to create RFC destination, port definition, logical system. So integrate all these things are important. Why maintain certificates? For authentication? Okay, it may be, password-based authentication. It is a certificate-based authentication. For that, in both the systems, certificates should be maintained. Similarly, we have to maintain this remote forwarding call destination. Port has to be defined. Logical system has to be created. Receiver port has to be configured. Only when you configure the global settings and for each module you do the necessary general settings. If you are, for example, if you are integrating the sourcing system, you have to do all these general settings. Okay, then only whatever you are creating in Ariba that will get integrated, transmitted to S4HANA. Okay, so we will see this. Okay, you have, ever logged into this S4 system? Anyone has idea?
Yes.
Yeah,
Viraj.
at least, yeah, basic knowledge is required. How to check for a PR or a PO, ME23, and is that how we can check a PO? We'll go back. Okay, ME23, ME23, and is the T code to check the PO. Okay, you can click on other PO purchase order. Okay, and you can select from the list of purchase orders. If you select on continue, there are all available purchase orders. You can select them. Okay, if you know the purchase order number, you can type here and click on enter. That purchase order details are visible. Okay, as we have seen, this is the status of this. You were asking me, ordered is this much, nothing delivered, invoiced on this PR. Similarly, there are T codes. This is one more important T code is like BP, business partner. Okay, we have to business partner ID, organization. Okay, if you know the business partner ID, you can type here. Which one we can select? Let's try if this supplier is existing here. This supplier is not there. Okay, we can see. If you know the business partner ID, we can search for it. I will find. If there is any business partner available in this team. This is how once the supplier is integrated with S4HANA, you can view all his details here. In the payment transaction, you can see all the bank account details. In the address, you see that name 1, name 2 details. If you hover your screen only, you will see. Okay, this is the vendor.info. We were talking now during our this thing. Supplier creation. These are the things. Identification. If I go, if you scroll down, here our ACM ID will come and integrate. This ACM ID will act as a mediator to send the partition data to Ariba. Okay, we will see all this during integration. So now we were creating a service. We have created a service request. Okay, we will go through that. So to find the service sheet number again, service sheet requisition actually we have created. So check for and say service requisition. It is very easy to find it. Okay, we have created this. Now, as we discussed, we have created two parents with childs. First one is Ariba implementation project, which has multiple childs. And here also, say this one. Say, for example, this for implementation of Ariba and Oracle, both, this supplier is taking care. Now, at every phase, okay, now, for example, he completed the define phase, he is asking for money. Then, when he's asking for money, he has to first create a service sheet. Either buyer can create a service sheet or supplier can create a service sheet. When you click on a PO, we can select this create a service sheet option. Okay, it will ask for which parent you want to create a service sheet. Okay, then I will click create service sheet here. Okay, it has the same details. Okay, and here always there is one thing. Okay, for example, only define phase is completed, right? You want to create service sheet only for the define phase. You can delete other lines. Okay, other child lines. Okay, I am deleting them, and only define phase is completed. Only one item is there, and then you have to give all these necessary details. Survey sheet is completed. In some organization, in my organization, they will call it a completion certificate, COC. Once activity is completed, they have to provide a COC, then they have to create a service sheet, and the invoice is created and payment is done. Okay, COC 123, I will name this service sheet number, and description also I'll put the same thing. Ariba define phase. Okay, and what is the service sheet start date? Okay, service sheet date we are creating, when it started and when it completed. Okay, for example, only we created and the start date, it is completed. Okay, maybe it will take month. Okay, I am giving this date. We cannot even give service start date before the PO also. Okay, and if it is okay, this is a service. Was there any field engineer supported for this? If it is a civil project or something like that. Okay, field engineer from, buyer side, who was the field engineer? Okay, so this guy was their commodity manager, direct category, for example. And what is his email ID? Okay, and what is his name. Okay, you can give all these things, and you can also give this comments. Okay, completion certificate attached. Okay, and add attachment. See, if I submit it, it is submitting. Okay, and it will go for an approval. But I mean, this attachment also you can make it mandatory. Okay, after that also you can provide attachment here after completing this and click on OK. In some cases, approver also, I mean, if they have access to edit, they can also edit and attach the files here in the service sheet.
You said that I can make this attachment mandatory. So do we have any places where we make things mandatory, like this is mandatory or this field is mandatory, something like that?
Yeah, this is also from backend. Ariba only can do it. I mean, we have to tell them this should be only numericals. Okay, in P2P side, if you want to make any customizations, you have to contact Ariba. Okay, you can tell them this is a mandatory field and it is only alphanumerical, no special characters or spaces. They should and they have to make this attachment as mandatory. You can give them a list during implementation. They will make accordingly.
Usually just like from this is included in the support fee, right? Do they charge extra for these kind of things?
Yes,
Ariba?
customizations, yes, they will charge.
Okay.
Okay. And approve this, click on OK and view. I mean, these are small things. I mean, these are called validations, setting up validations, right? So this is a validation to make it mandatory, and this is a validation to make only to have alphabets and numericals without special characters. These are validations. They might not charge much, but if you want any extra field here and that should come in the payload, then they will have some charges. Okay, I mean, new architecture you want, then there might be some charges. Okay, and then see, if this service sheet integrates, no, if this service sheet is integrated, now it is approved, and if you go to history, it is saying approved. Okay, and then it is processed now. Okay, once it is processed, so if it is integrated system, that reference ID from say S4HANA will comments it here. If it is a standalone, this field itself will not be there. Okay, in the they have maintained this for CIP, and this external reference ID is coming. And once this get transferred, I mean, the response will comments it here. Okay, there everything will have a different IDs, right? Okay, service sheet will have a different ID. Like we have for if you go to history, this service sheet is ID is created as SS185. Okay. Similarly, in S4, the service sheet ID is different. Okay, it will start with some 10 digits. That 10-digit service sheet ID will comment it here. Okay, if you see now it is processed. Okay, when I say processed, it is like completed. It is service sheet is created. Now, for example, now they are saying this is incorrectly created actually. Okay, here when they are approving, they would have denied it or rejected it, but they have approved it. Okay, but now see in case of receipts, what we have done, for example, 10 we have ordered. I mean 10 they have ordered. In order to reverse anything, we have created a negative receipt with minus value, -3 or -4. Similarly, for service sheet, if you want to reverse, okay, partially you cannot reverse any service sheet entirely. Whatever you have created, by clicking on force reject, you have to reverse. It will reverse, it will get reversed, okay? It will get reversed completely. If you view the status,
These force commands or these options can be available with some set of users, or every user will have that kind of.
yeah, good question. I mean, this requires access to it. For example, there is a service sheet at receiving administrator. Only they will have this accesses. Okay, and like we have, I mean, customer administrator, whatever role we have, no, we will have every option. Okay, but if you are not a customer administrator, you are only receiving, then there is a receiving administrator option. That role should be there.
Okay.
Yeah, there are roles for everything. Yes, it is rejecting only, not rejected. But here it is showing denied. The status has to be changed. Okay. For example, now if I go back from the summary page, I can click to PO. Click on the PO. Again, it is in rejecting status. And if again, see, it is showing service partially serviced. Okay, once it is rejected, it should change. Let's it is still in rejecting. Okay, let's go to the PO. It should get rejected actually. Let me go here again, create a service sheet. Since it is in rejected, create a service sheet. Okay, COC 5678 now. Same thing here. Date. We are creating service sheet date. So this is start date and end date. Now again you have the first one. Delete, okay, and submit. Okay, you can click on view. It is submitted. At this point, I mean, if this is not correct, they can approve or reject. Okay, I'm approving it. Click on OK. Okay, now if you view, this is approved. It will take some time to get processed. Yeah, now processed. Okay, if you go to the history, you have this SS186. Copy this, or from here only you can create invoice. Okay, once it is processed, you will see this tab. Okay, you can create invoice. Okay, automatically that service sheet will get selected. Yeah, selected. POC 5678, it is got selected automatically. Otherwise, if you are not creating from the service sheet tab, create this thing, PO2613. You have to give the name of that, and you have to select the service sheet manually. If it is not there in the drop down, then you have to click on search more. Okay, POC 5678. Select the service sheet, and there might be a supplier invoice number. If he has given you any paper invoice, that will have some number. Okay, that number you put here.
Can you remove that purchase order number and then search service sheets? Will it bring more?
No, nothing. It will go. That option itself will go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If it is a receipt PO, it is same thing. Okay. I am selecting this one. This is a receipt PO. I will remove this. It should ask me receipts actually. I mean, let us check any correct receipt we have created. In that case, it will ask us a receipt. Let us complete this, and again I will show you. Okay, from here, can go PO in the invoice. Nothing got it. Create invoice 2613 456 17 service sheet. I am selecting. I will show for receipts also later. We will create one and see. Okay, and then you can add any charges or something. Now let's not add anything. Okay, and then edit this and reference date automatically taken. Okay, and submit. See, invoice is different, IR document is different. Okay, understand? Okay, when you submit this, what it is saying? Oh, this supplier has been deleted. Yesterday I deleted this supplier. Okay, so let's create a new PO. Create, or else what I will
And
do.
we have some copy.
Yeah, that's what. Go to this PO, copy this.
Basically, the service receipt is like receipt, right?
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
Correct. So after completion of any service, they will create a service sheet. So for any delivery happens, they will create a goods receipt. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, I have to change the supplier. See, to change the supplier, okay, parent I have to select first. The details. Okay, it is not allowing. It is not allowing to change the supplier. If it is same supplier, we can copy. Let's create one line item quickly.
Till what stage this supplier can be edited?
Till if it is in submitted status, we can edit. I mean, in copy, not sure, we are not able to edit it.
But we should be able to edit, right? It's a new, basically. The status is composing only, right?
Yeah. In this status, we should be able to edit it. Edit. Vendor has been deleted. Material and again, now it allows. Oh, which one now? Someone I will select. Yeah. I gave, no? Yeah. It will act weirdly now. It is not taking these change into this because I have changed it to material and again change it to service now. So for this reason, it is better to create a new one. I have changed it to material. So these child lines are coming out of this parent. Okay, delete the second line. Okay.
Raj?
Yeah. Yes.
Tell me one thing, because normally here in S4HANA, we also
Mhm.
like select a supplier there, right? In
In
PR.
S4, yeah, yes.
Okay. Now, if we are changing this vendor in PO, so what impact it will be having in PR, whether this PR, this supplier will remain as it is, or that will also change? How does it behave?
Yeah, see, let's see that, okay?
Okay.
What happens is, like, see, I will create a test here, okay, computers. Okay, this is only for 100. I am selecting some supplier, add to cart, okay. Okay, now I change this. In the change version, I will change the supplier. Click on OK, submit, view requisition. So now if you see in the history, okay, now again I have to delete this 1 minute.
You are changing in the purchase requisition. It was asking to change in the purchase order, right?
Purchase order we cannot change. I mean,
No,
here for everything, source is purchase requisition only. Okay?
that is fine. But if you see here in the purchase order lines, there are multiple lines, right? So on the multiple lines, we can have the multiple vendor. But PO will have only single vendor, correct?
Yes. No. Yeah, correct. You are right. Okay. In that case also, for example, if there are two lines, okay, and each line is a different supplier, for each line, different PO number will get created. Now,
Yeah.
now if already purchase order is created, and again in the change version, we are adding a new supplier. I mean, removing the old supplier. In that case, the behavior is like it will cancel the old PO and create a new PO. See, cancel the old PO which was
So
created.
supplier is must at the time of creation of PR.
Yeah, correct. It is mandatory. In some cases, it is not mandatory when we are doing collaboration. Okay, for that we have to add some. We need to have this role.
But one more thing, let's say the purchase requisition is creating by the requester. How he come to know like which supplier he need to select? That is only that can be put only by the buyer, right?
No. See, whoever is a preparer, he will create a PO knowing the supplier, right? Without knowing the supplier, how can he create?
No, I'm talking about the purchase requisition.
Yeah, purchase
But
requisition only. Purchase requisition, yeah, sometimes if it is not mandatory, I mean, you can remove that as mandatory, and whoever is in the approval flow, okay, before it is ordered, whoever is in the approval flow, maybe he can edit and add the supplier. But
this type of control, like vendor is not mandatory while creating, but at the approval it must be there. So this kind
yeah,
of control also Ariba will provide, right? If I want to have,
yes,
not
correct.
not can't be done
That
from our side.
see,
Right?
this field is not mandatory, or this make this field mandatory. All this not making the field mandatory. Everything, I mean, for P2P, Ariba will only make. For upstream and all, we only can make in the templates, which is mandatory, which is not mandatory and all. But downstream, everything Ariba will only make.
Perhaps that's why in P2P many people don't use Ariba, I guess.
Yeah, customizations, very minimal customization we can do. I mean, when it comes to Ariba. But if there is a lot of customizations, then you need your adapter to set everything for integration. There is a lot of
If
work for
we have ABAP team like BOPI team, they also can't do this customization, right? Like in the Ariba side.
In Ariba they can't do. Okay,
Only
Ariba
in the loading and all they can do the customization.
Yes, I mean for Ariba can create a custom field for this, and to integrate that you can take help from ABAP team.
Yes.
Okay, now I shown you, right? I mean that got cancelled and a new PO created.
When doing the implementation, so if we give this requirement and everything, so Ariba give us like especially in the P2P, they provide all those details, right? Like I want this fields, I want this to be mandatory here. So they will do at the implementation side, right?
During implementation only this discussion should happen. Most of the discussion should happen during implementation. After that, there will be a rollout projects where they will say, we need some more customizations. Okay, that is also there. Like in our organization, we were not using invoicing earlier in Ariba. Only it will get ordered in Ariba. After that, everything is in S4HANA. Now, everything we have done, implemented everything from Ariba only. Goods receipt, service sheet, invoice, everything from Ariba. Only payment is from S4HANA.
So for those rollouts, you will have needed a lot of customization from Ariba, right?
Yes. Okay. For this, I will show you the receipt ID is RC3031. we will create an invoice for this. Create invoice. So if you are creating any supplier invoice, always see this should not be identical with any other invoice. Okay? And then for receipt, it is not asking any option, but service sheet, it is asking which service sheet to select. But ideally, it should show for receipt also. Let's edit, exit, and delete. Core admin, intelligent configuration manager, manage configurations. Okay, we have different parameters here. Line items received for invoicing determines when line items are purchased or considered as received for invoicing. Yes, receipt quantities and receipt amounts for line items are considered received for invoicing. Set to receipt. Revert order status after full reversal of receipt. Yeah. Enable line level receiving. Allow close or reopening the orders only after receipt of. Okay, cancelling lock receipts before include subcontracting details. Use receipt price. I am checking if there is any rule. See, like service sheet option has come, right? Receipt option will also come. This control. Okay. It will enable and see. This is what it is expecting. Add to package. Okay. Okay, it is ready for test. Okay. Now go and create invoice 2623 layer invoice. This one invoice date. Oh, it is still not coming. This receipt option should come. I mean, in some organization, I saw receipts also will come similar to this one. See, for service sheets, it is showing service sheets, right? Not this thing, I think. The service sheets, it is showing. Similarly, for receipts, it should show receipts, but otherwise it will take automatically everything. When I click on submit, give the status of request, and then okay, reconciling. You can go to this reconcile document, and this is fully approved now. Okay, since there are no taxes and all, there are no exceptions. If there are any withhold tax or any tax given in the PO level, then there will be exceptions. Accordingly, the IR team has to select on this whether they accept the exception or not. Okay, I will say it is force paid, not sure, force pay. Okay, paid now. Now, if you come to the reference and click on invoices, it is reconciled. There should be option for credit memo also. Okay, if there is a credit memo option, maybe let me go here and see. So here also credit memo is not there. And also it will come here whether you want to create a credit memo. Then you can click on the credit memo option. Once it is reconciled, it should come. Maybe it is stopping. Let us go for SAP control. Support price adjustments, credit and memo. Determine whether to allow the line item credit memos to raise exceptions during invoice reconciliation. Okay, but it should also allow us to create a credit memo. Let me check this. What parameter enables the credit memo? So you have reconciled it. If you want to reverse the invoice from SAP, you can. There is option to reverse. Create a credit memo from here that will reflect in Ariba, or you will have a credit memo option here itself. And when you click on create a credit memo, this all will become negative. Okay, and the invoice will become zero. Okay, whenever you want to cancel anything, you have to reverse all these things, and then you can cancel the PO. For full closure, now it is fully received. Received is the status. In the receipts, you see the receipt. In the invoice, you see the invoice reconciled for total 100 rupees. And the payment is also paid. Okay. Now it is closed. And if you feel, you want to reopen the PO for something, then if you click on reopen.
I just missed that these receipts were not coming. So how it appears in the invoice?
Yeah, invoice like service sheets. No, it will appear like service sheets only. For receipts also, it will appear. Against which receipt you want to create invoice. I think maybe this had only one receipt. For that reason, it is not showing. 1 minute. Quickly, I'll create one requisition. We have 10 more minutes time. Finish shopping. Non-catalog item. Yeah, I think since only one item is there, that's why it has not come. Let us create 2. I will have a 2 quantity. Let's select the supplier, the cart, checkout, change the accounting. Okay, ship to also you change. Click on OK. Submit your requisition. Okay, I will accept only one in this case. Submit. Okay, continue receiving order. Okay, first one is submitted. Let's go here, and it is already approved. Now it is processed. Exit. And since I have only created one receipt, there will be one more in composing. Let's go to that. Okay, this is approved now. I will approve this as well. Edit this. Previously accepted one. Now accept the remaining one. Submit. Continue receiving an order. Okay, this is also approved now. Okay, 3034 is also approved. Exit from here from the receiving page and see in the P you have two receipts in approved status. Now let me go to this PO. Okay, go to create invoice, select this PO number. Oh, this is PR number.
PR number.
Yeah, sorry, invoice. Here also it is not asking you which receipt. Receipt there, I mean something is to enable for receipt.
Maybe in the invoice reconciliation, it will ask at least it needs to match, right, with receipt.
Yeah, correct. The two quantity, oh, it will not.
Maybe you do only for one quantity because there are two receipts, right? Let's match one receipt only.
Even though it will not, I think.
It was submitted?
Yeah, it got submitted.
But how it will reconcile
but
with receipts?
It will show two receipts are there. In this console, it will show there in the references, it will show one PO, two receipts.
Reconciliation, how it will do?
Reconciliation only for one quantity. One quantity it will do. In the line item, if you see it, the quantity is only one. If you go to details of this, it will show only one quantity. I will check this, why it is not showing it. Okay. Let's see any parameter we have to enable or any role is required for this. I will check it. Okay. For service sheets, it is showing. See, there are two things actually. If we enable GR based IV, okay, maybe for benefit of others, I will have to disable this. Okay, this one. Okay, I will say test fail. If you say test fail, then this parameter will not enable. Again, somebody has to create a package, test pass, and then approve it, and then they can deploy. Okay, so we'll stop here, and I will post this as fail. So I will check all these things, and what we will do is, I mean, now I think you are familiar with PRs, PR service PRs, and the goods receipt, invoice, and everything. So what we'll do is we'll go to configuration. Okay. Under this is approval rule assignments. Okay. So like we did mass edit projects to assign the contract, SRs or sourcing projects from one person to another person. For PRs, POs and GRs, all the downstream, we have to reassign using this. And whatever approvals we are seeing for receipt and everything, we can create for everything, we can create approval flows here. Okay, this is a receipt. Click on the receipt. Okay, actually, there is no approval flow. If you make a select active one, there is only one active one. Okay, but there is no approval flow. Only above 25,000 USD, it is saying add a requester in the receipt. Somebody is creating a receipt above 25,000, add a requester, it is saying. Okay, but we can add as many approvals we want. We will see that how this approval workflow will work. Okay, we can create for receipt, we can create for requisition, whatever we are seeing for requisition. Okay, this is the active one. Okay, this is how they have set the approval flow. Okay, for example, account manager should approve. If it is above 5,000, sourcing manager should approve. Procurement manager should approve. For plant also, we have some approval flow. Commodity wise also we have some approval flow. We will see this approval flow. Okay.
You were supposed to show that collaboration also, right? From
collaboration. Yeah, collaboration also will have this approval flows. Master data we have. The topics remaining. We have to discuss on master data. How to set up master data. Approval flows. Okay. Collaboration. Okay. And guided buying. This is very important. Guided buying will have
supplier on business network for
catalogs. Yeah, supplier on business network. If I get only the credentials, otherwise I will show you some PPTs on that. Okay, and finally we have CIG, Cloud Integration Gateway. These are the pending topics. Okay, master data, approval flows, collaboration, guided buying, catalogs. I have to show how to upload catalogs and CIG integration. Okay. Okay. Thank you.